Three-Eye Atlas, guys. What is Three-Eye Atlas? What is it? Like, is it aliens? Is it not? Is it a comet? I mean, like, what is it? Well, I don't believe it's aliens, because honestly, I mean, let me ask you a question. If it was aliens and they were headed towards Earth, do you really think the government would tell us, or let it be clear that it's aliens headed towards Earth? I don't think so. After all the cover-ups and all of the UFO conspiracies and all the denials and all this stuff over the years, do you really think now is just the time that, oh yeah, you know what? There's aliens headed towards us. There's aliens coming, guys, you know? Aliens, everybody prepare, there's aliens coming. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think it's aliens. Because if it was aliens, and they have this technology that is supposed to be able to instantaneously travel from here to here and transcend space and time and water and all that stuff, why would it be taking months for it to be coming to Earth? Why would it take months? If all the indication of UFOs and stuff has always been they have otherworldly abilities and otherworldly technology, and they so-called travel through there's still so many theories out there. There's theories of they're traveling through water, they're traveling through the air, they're traveling through time, right? Some people say they're time travelers. Some people say they're interstellar beings, like not interstellar, but interterrestrial beings, which means that they're coming from Earth. That, like, inside the Earth, not from outer space, not from wherever, right? So why would Three-Eye Atlas be any different? Why would this comet, so-called, be any different? Because, I mean, what makes you think, oh, the aliens are like, you know what, we're just gonna take our time and come? Or the theory, like, if they're aliens, why wouldn't they just, like, land in front of the White House, right, on the White House front lawn, and everybody's saying, oh, we're too violent, you know, we're too violent, that's the reason why, you know, they're trying to make contact and this and that and the third. So if the video from the congressional hearing that they just had of the, I don't know if you guys seen it, but if you haven't seen it, go look up the congressional hearing that they just had. They just had it in September. So in the congressional hearing, one of the members of the military says that, or they actually have a video of a UFO, a supposed UFO getting hit by a missile, right? A Hellfire missile. And so if this UFO got hit by a Hellfire missile and then the missile just bounced off of it, quote unquote, like on the video, right? If it just bounced off of it like that, what makes you think they care about how dangerous we are or how violent we are? Why would that matter? Why would it matter? Aliens, why are we expecting aliens to have human characteristics? They're not human. Why would they think like a human being? Why would they think anything like us? Everybody wants them to be compared to us. Oh, they're just like we are, or, you know, they have some similarities. Why would they be similar to us? They're not humans. Why would they be similar to us? We're human, they're not. Allegedly. Unless the theory of the in-earth aliens is true, which, why would they just be hiding? If they have so much technology and all this stuff and all of this, you know, super advanced technology and super advanced this and that, why would they hide? Why would they hide? Why would they care about what we think? Why would they even try to communicate with us? Why? Why would they? What difference does it make? Them communicating with us, them not communicating with us. If they was malevolent beings, if they was evil, they would just take over, right? If the technology is so great, they would just take over. If the technology is so great, they would be here instantaneous. They wouldn't take months and months and then hide and this and that. Why would that matter? Why would that matter? Like, be logical, realistic for a second. What difference would it make? And even if it was, what could we do about it? Even if it was, let's be theoretical for a second. Let's say it's aliens. They're headed towards Earth. What are we gonna? What are we gonna do? How can we do anything? If they're showing us a video of a UFO, a small UFO, and it gets hit by a Hellfire missile, one of the top, like, most deadliest missiles that we have in the U.S. military, what difference does it make? We wouldn't be able to do anything. So it's like, why even report it? Why report? Because what? Because we're scared, or is it for us though? Is it for us to prepare? Because how do you prepare for something that has something or technology 10 times, 1,000 times greater than what we've ever been able to come up with? So how do we prepare for that, right? Or the true thing that I think it really is a distraction, just like everything else. It's a distraction just to take your mind off of what's happening in the world. You know, 3-Eye Atlas, you got people worried about 3-Eye Atlas and this and that, but the government shut down. People aren't getting paid. You know, people are losing their jobs by the thousands. And we're talking about, 3-Eye Atlas is coming towards Earth, or is not coming towards Earth, or whatever. It's just stirring up a bunch of confusion. And for any reason, why would they tell us about aliens? If you knew anything about aliens or whatever, or if you quote unquote think it's aliens, we still have stories and UFO, movies and all this other stuff that had documents and all this stuff, or documentaries and all this stuff that have never been debunked. Why would we be worried about this new comet thing or whatever when supposedly we have programs and crashed retrievals and alien bodies and all of this stuff according to the Congress and not the Congress, but the whistleblowers that has said this in the first hearing? It said nothing about 3-Eye Atlas. In the first hearing, they said we've already had alien biologics. We already have alien bodies. We already have crash retrieval. So what is so great about 3-Eye Atlas then? Is it to distract from the stuff that they claim we do have? Because nobody gets on there and talks about 3-Eye Atlas. Nobody has said anything about a comet coming towards Earth or an alien mothership coming towards Earth. Why would we be talking about that? With all these different theories out there, all these different supposed aliens and all that, why would that matter? I just want to know, why would that matter? Why would it even matter? And why do we care? If there's aliens that's coming to Earth, they're coming to Earth whether we like it or not. If that's the case, right? If they exist, if they plan on coming to Earth, which I don't see why they would come to Earth. If you spend all this time out of space and all of this stuff, and y'all have y'all's own world and all this, what do they want to do with Earth? Why would you want to be on Earth? All this stuff that's happening on Earth, do you think aliens would want to come here and be on Earth? What are they going to do, save us? They're going to give us money? They're going to make us rich? I don't think so. So the 3-Eye Atlas conversation is just, it's almost comical, because it's like, man, people will believe anything. And just as well as people will believe anything, people will not believe anything as well. What do you think people are going to do? Even if we had aliens, evidence of aliens actually, like, coming to Earth, if we actually had evidence, people still would not believe it. It don't matter. Like, people are so delusional that they'd be like, this is AI. An alien could stand right in front of your face and people are going to be like, that's AI. Or it's CGI. Or it's just, you know what? That's the government. Like, What difference would it make? People are still not gonna believe. Not gonna believe it anyway. People don't believe anything anymore. So it could be true. It could be proven to be true. It won't make a difference. People will not believe it, even if it's there. If they could stand right in front of your face, they could slap you in your face. They could slap you in your face, and people are still gonna be like, "Oh, that's AI." Like seriously, that's how freaking like stupid people are. And I'm not gonna say it's everybody, you know, because some people might have some actual good theories and stuff. But I'm like, how are we coming up with all these theories about this supposed alien craft or whatever? But in the same sense, we're supposed to actually have alien craft. What about S-15? What about Area 51? What about all of these places that we're already supposed to be having aliens? We're supposed to have aliens already. Why is 3-Eye Atlas any different? Why is 3-Eye Atlas better than the other aliens? So these aliens are better than the last aliens, right? So these aliens that are coming up right here, you guys need to pay attention to these aliens, because the supposed aliens that we have, they're not good enough. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. So it's like a it can't be anything other than a distraction from making people think logically, right? That's all it is. It's a distraction from people thinking logically. And if it is aliens, more power to you. I don't see why you would want to come to this planet. I cannot see any reason why aliens would want to come to this planet. For what? For what reason? Humans don't even want to be on this planet. We're talking about aliens coming in. We don't even want to be here. Why would y'all want to be here? It doesn't make no sense. It just sounds like, you know what? We're gonna throw something out there, and we're gonna see how many people believe it. Because truth be told is, the world runs on perception. It's not even about what's true. It's about what you can get people to believe. And that's sad, but it's true. And that's what I think the truth is. The truth is, a 3-Eye Atlas is nothing more than the power of perception. Call me crazy. Call me whatever, you know? But I don't see how 3-Eye Atlas makes it any difference than the supposed UFOs that Bob Lazar, Jacob Barber, all the congressional hearings. You got the guy that's making Jeremy Corbell. He's got all the movies and documents, and these people have been saying for years and years and years we have aliens, and years and years and years we have all these craft and stuff. Why does 3-Eye Atlas matter? If it's not just a distraction, why does it matter so much? Think.